everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. Today's matchup features one of the more dangerous pass rushes. The Bears are top 10 in total sacks, and they'll be up against the Lions' offensive line that wants to shut that down.
Thank you much, Larry. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to one of our favorite spots, venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. This was the scene a moment ago as the Bears emerged from their tunnel. Ready for football are they, and ready for football are we, as the Bears get set to match up with the Detroit Lions. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. They go play action here on first down. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. He fights forward for a couple with a penalty flag down. And the linemen, they're already walking back. Umpire threw the flag, usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpires get different responsibilities, but always making sure no one's holding.
Back to throw, Stafford. Over the middle, it's Amendola. It'll be a gain of 6, and that's going to make it 2nd and 14. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
3 and out, a real danger here on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 12. From the gun, here's Stafford. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. Call it a pickup of 7, and that'll bring up 4th down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance.
Kick, and he got all of it. Oh, he takes it in, doesn't let it bounce. He takes it at the 2. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return, and the Bears take over. Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. And the big boys up front in the trenches. What do you think of the O-line, Charles?
I love them because this is a group that's so cohesive. They know what the man next to them is going to do at all times, and they operate as a terrific unit.
See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. Eluding the pressure right. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Prescott from the gun. Escaping the pressure right. He may try and run for this. So he got 9 yards that time, but he needed 10, and it brings up 4th and 1. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They're indeed going for it. It's Prescott. Throwing the slant pattern here complete. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Give him 14 on the play. And they're able to pick up the conversion here on 4th down.
not only is a slant route really difficult to cover, it's a real staple play for an offense on a fourth down because it's a quick-hitting play. Get the ball in the hands of the quarterback right to the receiver.
And the receiver has to be ready because that thing's coming on a rope. Prescott now. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. And this defensive line will be looking to control the point of attack.
And that's what they've done throughout this season. This is a terrific unit. They play together very, very well, and they don't permit big plays to happen.
Second down following the incompletion. Back to the ground now. It's Henry. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It'll be a loss of 1, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
Wow, that play got shut down in a hurry.
As soon as the snap came, you could see defensively they were just closing in. That was going nowhere.
Yeah, you count on your offensive line to give you a little bit of space, a little bit of time so you can make a move. There was none there for him.
And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. 15 yards through the air and a first down.
I don't believe that this opening drive is surprising to either one of us after the time we spent with the coaching staff and players prior to the game. What about you?
Absolutely. Not only that, but that big article in this paper this morning about their philosophy on starting games like you're shot out of a cannon, and that's what they've done. Very methodical here on this first drive.
Yeah, so many teams talk about that fast start. We're actually seeing it happen right here in front of us.
But now the kicker. Can they cap it off by putting the ball in the end zone? The numbers on the ground for Henry last week. 23 carries, 106 yards.
And they love what they've got in him. He's the number 4 rusher in the league right now, so you know that you have to account for him on defense, which means you can play complementary football as well. Throw the play action, get it out to the wide receivers, because they should have some open space, because the defense will key on them.
A first down carry for Henry. And he'll get this down only to the 18. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
This is caught, and he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up 1st and goal. Well, he did everything but get him in the end zone there, but now they're set up. Golden opportunity, strong opening drive, and they're knocking on the door.
And the way that they did it, now look where they are on the field, all right? This is naturally set up for a running play, isn't it? But with his ability...
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. Derrick Henry, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bears have taken the early lead. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
And he's got it to make it 7-0 in favor of the Bears. 1 quarter in the books. It's the Bears off to the early lead. EA Sports NFL Sunday returns following this.
The NFL on EA Sports is fueled by Gatorade, the sports fuel company.
Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis back with you as it's Bears football here to begin quarter number 2, as we'll see one following the score on the final play before break. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Well, we have a minute. We remind you that later tonight we'll have a couple of NFC East rivals squaring off, the Eagles and the Cowboys from Big D.
Or Arlington. Got to make sure we get it right.
To be more precise there in the Metroplex. Then tomorrow night, Week 11, we'll wrap up with a playoff rematch from the divisional round a year ago, the Falcons and Seahawks, but this time from Seattle. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
Offside, defense.
Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offside's easy call. Mark off the 5 and keep it moving.
They'll fake the give. Now Stafford. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
But that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast and a big sack. After the sack, Stafford and the Lions come up on a 3rd and long situation. A shotgun snap for Stafford. And that is incomplete.
But no second guessing the call here. It was 3rd and long, so throwing the football was probably the smart play to try and pick it up. But they don't get it, and now the defense goes off the field feeling pretty good about themselves, gaining some momentum as they force them into a likely punting situation.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. It's taken to the 26. Look at the spin.
Balance.
Illegal blocking the ball. Return team.
And that negates a pretty decent punt return.
And the goal is to gain a first down on a punt return, which is 10 yards. This was much more than that, but it is going to come back due to the illegal block in the back.
A first down throw for Prescott. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he takes this one down all the way near the 30. 23 yards on the play. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the pass.
Boy, that's a lot of sirloin steak to be taken down for no gain, partner.
Are you trying to suggest that he is a huge man?
He is
not just a big man, a huge man.
Big boy.
Well, how about the credit then for the defense to be able to chop that big tree and put him on the ground?
I know back when you played, it took 4 of you to take a guy like that down, right?
Well, that's for sure. And you know what else? I didn't want to challenge him at dinner either.
Being chased out left. And he fires one, but incomplete.
I'm not sure. They could have run it or passed it. Either one to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
Veterans kick is up and good. And the lead moves to 10-0. So good snap, good hold, and that one's right down the middle.
Never in doubt.
Get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now the Lions offense, they get ready to head back out there. And this is their 3rd drive. Right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a first down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about, until you go a couple of drives without getting a first down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder and harder to actually attain that first down.
Now a first down throw. Stafford firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
To throw on second down is Stafford. Oh, a hit. He lost the football. Stafford puts it on the ground. And unfortunately, he's able to reel it back in, but it's going to go down as a big loss here on the play.
Well, that was a big oops right there. But how about his ability to correct it? Loses the football, able to get it back himself.
Yeah, pounced right back on it, keeps possession. Now Stafford. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and that's going to make it 4th down.
Well, that's certainly playing down and distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
And now a high kick trying to pin him back. And this is scooped up by the Lions. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. We're back to Soldier Field following this short break. A reminder that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll check in with Larry Ridley in Orlando with highlights and analysis on this first half of play.
And I'm going to check in with a heater.
I'm going to be right there with you, partner. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. 5th catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. Used to be occasional, right? Safety valve. Throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
5 yards on the pickup, and it'll bring up a 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
On 2nd down, here's Stafford. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough.
Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards on the...
Create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Here's Stafford now on 2nd down. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And a stoppage here. A timeout before this 3rd down play takes place. As the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. The Lions on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This time it's 3rd and 3.
False start, offense.
That was a 3rd and somewhat manageable, now not so manageable.
Exactly, because you had a play call on that you felt like, hey, this could go quick, and it doesn't take much to get it done. Now, you got to start thinking about a little bit of a deeper route type of a call, especially if you want to throw it.
The Lions on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 8. Out of the gun, Stafford. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job here of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. So a field goal here, they're still down, but they put a dent into that lead before the break.
And that's got to feel good because now they've seen that they can put some more points on the board, and that gives them a whole second half to get back to where they want to be, and that's in the lead.
To return, this is Eddie Jackson. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. So we come upon half. Okay, let's not waste any more time, or certainly any more of Larry's time. Let's play ball. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken about the 12. And an excellent return there as he's up to the 35 and make it the 40-yard line.
Now that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get to that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Henry's got it out on the left side. Give him 7 on the play, and it'll be third down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
They'll try to run for the first with Henry. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And they're able to get this one down to the 25. That one 28 yards on the ground. They keep it with Henry on first down. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. A second down throw for Prescott. Flush to his right. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. As we saw in his rookie year, Dak not afraid to run with it. And he did there to pick up the first. They'll try to throw now. Prescott. And it's incomplete. That would have been big in the end zone if he could have held on. Instead, it's second down.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it could be tipped up and picked off.
On second down, Freeman. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to set up a 3rd and goal. They'll look to run with Freeman. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. Devontae Freeman, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bears will extend their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So we get a look at the Lions offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use, just something to get you off to a quick start.
And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Five yards left for the offense. It's second down. Going to give this time to the tailback. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. Now a play fake here on first down. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Give him 6 on the play, and that'll make it a second down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down.
And while there was no gain on that run, we do know coaches whose identity is rooted in taking it almost to the limit and then changing things up on you down the stretch. I think we're getting really close to that point in time, though, where the identity may have to go out the window, and they've got to go a little bit faster in order to try and win the game.
And this is going to be incomplete. Here's Matt Weil now as he's on to punt for Detroit. Now a high kick, almost a pooch punt. Just 21 yards on the punt there. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Bears offense now getting ready to take over. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know this.
And this will be caught at the 30. And they'll get him to the ground, but he got all the way down to the 30-yard line. And that one results in 35 yards. First down, Prescott. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10. On 3rd down, it's Prescott. And that is incomplete. So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. He made his first, this from 47 yards out. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And that will extend their lead even further. So he splits the uprights there, and I would imagine it's nice as a kicker. Right when it leaves your foot, you know it's good.
Yeah, it's kind of like a golfer that picks up his tee after a nice drive without even watching it land.
Solid analogy. I like it. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So the Lions offense ready to go back out onto the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But hey, listen, if something like that, there got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
But if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
Now whistles and a flag down. Looked like one of the Lions linemen might have moved.
False start, offense.
And that'll set them back 5. Now a handoff here to his running back. And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20. Only 2 yards on the carry. That's going to set up a 3rd and long, 3rd and 15 to be exact. Not the start to the drive they were looking for. That run doesn't do much at all.
No, not at all, and it leaves them with 3rd and long. And you know, this is the time of game where these drives really...
Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Khalil Mack in there to get him. And that's sack number 6 for him on the year. 3rd and long, defense with no fear. They brought the pressure.
Zero fear at all. That means they feel really good about the guys who are going to cover. And the biggest one is they think their pressure will get there before he has a chance to find an open receiver.
A game that's going on up in Minneapolis. The Vikings opening their lead up to 2 touchdowns now. Dalvin Cook leading the way on the ground. He's up to 95 yards rushing thus far. Here's Matt Weil now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Fielded at the 43. 8 yards on the return following a punt of 41. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. Now it's a bootleg with Prescott. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. And the offense moving quickly to the line. And they will not have time to get another play in here as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. It's Bears football here. They also have the lead as well as we begin quarter number 4. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got room. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. It's a pickup of 17 there. And that'll lead here to a 3rd down. from the shotgun. It's Prescott. Flushed out right. He can run for it, and he will. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
On 3rd and short, not only did he get away from the rush and pick up a first down, he picked up a whole lot more than that. And how did he get it done? Evaded the rush, kept his poise, and then how about him directing traffic as he moved downfield to pick up extra blockers? A really nice run.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. Middle of the field, it's Robinson. Another 13 yards there twice in a row, and they're on the move. Another first down as well. Now a handoff to Henry. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues.
Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Allen Robinson, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bears will add on to their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
First down, Stafford here. His throw incomplete. On 2nd and 10, Stafford. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give them 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Caught on the right side by Jones. A gain of 6 there on first. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
Again, it's Stafford. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Now it's Stafford. Well, too much oomph, too much mustard there on that pass.
They really turned it loose, didn't he? Really cut loose with that one. Sharp, strong. Didn't lead to a completion down. Made it very difficult.
Desperation time for Stafford on 4th down. And he comes back with one complete. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. That one good for 14 yards. And on fourth down, they're able to convert and move the sticks. Felt compelled to go for it there on fourth down, trailing in the fourth quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a fourth down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You still have to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Stafford. James has got it. Complete. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Stafford on 3rd down. Got a man. It's Amendola. A good pickup there, a 22. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. And the offense readies for play number 10 of this series. They'll run it now out of the gun. No dice this go around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. Time for a break. This one all over but the shouting. We'll finish it after this. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. Now Stafford. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Danny Trevathan.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
They begin with Henry. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Throwing here, Prescott. And this is Gabriel on the catch. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Play action now, Prescott. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. 1st and 2nd down were a disaster. Both went backwards. Now it's 3rd and 18. They need something big. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. And an alley to run. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. Give him 8 on the play, and it'll be 4th down. Here's Pat O'Donnell now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. and just a 3-yard return following a punt of 45. And control of the football switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He'll find a man over the middle. It's Galladay. Touchdown, Detroit. A big play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Lions are able to cut into this lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase it. You know, sometimes the guy on the defensive side of the ball, he just has a good feeling or a good read, and he unleashed his defense on that one. Boy, they stopped him in a big way.
Yeah, I hate to be cliche, but sometimes we overanalyze. They just have more want. Looked like they had more want right there.
More want and more people to the ball.
Well, Prescott here to throw. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. Give him 30 yards there.
And they just hit another big completion there. And I think in days gone by in the NFL, you might have asked, is this a little bit of overkill? Is this rubbing it in? I don't think people feel the same way nowadays.
It's the age-old argument. Then you could say on the other side, if you're going to get angry about it, stop it, right?
Go ahead and stop me. And I think a lot of the times they just look at it like, let's just play the game. And however it turns out, it turns out.
And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. They've reached their goal already of winning 9 games. Now I think it's time to set some new...